Award ceremony fiascos are common in Hollywood and get dramatic with Jimmy Kimmel's disappointing performance at the Emmys. Although the act was supposed to be a joke, according to the fans and media, he took it too far, becoming awkward and weird. Or what do you think? Anyway, the matter didn't end with the event. The media started labeling it disrespectful. But then, why should they label playing a joke as being disrespectful? Next up, let's understand what happened that caused the outrage. Another award ceremony outrage in less than 6 months since the previous one occurred. I mean, do you all remember the Oscar slap by Will Smith? Anyway, what happened at the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards? Quinta Brunson, the creator and star of the comedy series Abbott Elementary, received the award for outstanding writing for a comedy series, which Jimmy Kimmel and co-presenter Will Arnett were meant to present to her. However, Jimmy Kimmel made a terrible joke during the process. Jimmy Kimmel pretended to be drunk for about 2 minutes on stage when he was supposed to be presenting the award. The joke's idea, if it is a joke at all, appears to be that Will Arnett and Jimmy Kimmel were doing a skit in which they pretended that Kimmel had consumed a lot of alcohol, particularly thin margaritas. Arnett had to drag Jimmy onto the stage physically. When he finished, Jimmy Kimmel stayed on the ground the entire time, so Quinta Brunson had to walk over him to collect the award from Will. Will Arnett then dragged Jimmy Kimmel off the stage after presenting the award, showing a remarkable dedication for such a short joke. So why would he do something like that? He understands the world we all live in now, with all the dynamics of racism happening. I mean, he's a white man and Quinta is a black woman. And how did Quinta Brunson react to this joke? Next, we have Quinta Brunson's reaction to Jimmy Kimmel's performance at the Emmys award ceremony. So when Quinta Brunson, the creator and star of Abbott Elementary, stepped up to accept her first ever Emmy, as the late-night TV presenter appeared to be drunk and lay down on the stage, she had unexpected company lying at her feet. Will Arnett attempted to push Jimmy Kimmel off the platform so Quinta could take the stage to accept the award for the ABC series. Brunson played along with the farce, saying, "Jimmy, wake up, I won," and even asked him to hold her phone, which he did with a thumbs up, but then he stayed on the floor. At the end of her remarks, Brunson thanked him. Backstage, Brunson explained the scenario to the reporters, unaware that the incident had gone viral. She continued by saying that the Jimmy act hadn't impacted her, and she had no idea what people were saying online. Brunson said Jimmy gave her her first prime late-night spot and was one of the first people to see Abbott. He considered it one of the all-time great comedies and couldn't wait for it to air on ABC. So at that time, she believed she was thrilled that Jimmy was up there. She believes Jimmy to be one of the fathers of comedy, and she might be upset with him the following day. Brunson said that she was unsure of what would transpire when she appeared on Jimmy's night show. She concluded by saying she might even hit him in the face. So what do you think of her response? Mature, right? If someone tries to take my moment, I'm unsure what to do. Quinta Brunson's fans and social media reaction to Jimmy Kimmel's bad joke. The joke in particular was seen by many as Jimmy Kimmel trying to draw attention away from Quinta Brunson, the first black woman to get 3 Emmy nominations in the comedy category. With all the women's power and racism talk going on nowadays, how did he think social media would react to the joke? Many people have criticized Jimmy Kimmel for trying to garner the most attention for himself, while his role was to facilitate applause for someone else. Cheryl Lee Ralph, Quinta Brunson's co-star, felt the same way. He was like, "Ooh, the disrespect, Jimmy." But Ralph, who won the Emmy for supporting the comedy actress, said that was his opinion, and he said it directly to Jimmy's face. Others have criticized the late-night talk show host as a wealthy white man, assuming he had free reign over the platform to honor someone else or just because he was envious. A Twitter user said the white boy wouldn't get out of the way to give Brunson, a black woman, some privacy. Jimmy Kimmel was often criticized for his lack of consideration, and many people said so. Some people found Jimmy Kimmel's behavior very aggravating, and others felt Quinta Brunson deserved better than to have her do her speech while Kimmel was lying there. So fans on Twitter commented on the issue as being racist, since it involved a black woman and a white man. So what do you think? Did he do it internationally? Was Jimmy being racist? Well, I don't think so. So payback? Quinta Brunson crashes Jimmy Kimmel's monologue after Emmy controversy. So after the Emmy Awards event, Abbott Elementary creator Quinta Brunson interrupted Jimmy Kimmel during his evening live show as a comic response to Kimmel's criticism of his presence at the Emmys. She was supposed to meet with the comedian, but she came sooner than planned. Brunson cut him off and entered the scene carrying her award. The late-night host made light of his guest's early arrival for her interview by saying that it would take place after the commercial. However, her response was unexpected. She asked him if he knew knew that the acceptance speech for an Emmy has a 45-second time limit, and then someone performs a dumb comic that drags on more than necessary. She was referring to Jimmy's joke at the Emmys event. Kimmel said he heard of it occurring in prior years. The Abbott Elementary creator then asked Kimmel if she could use the time on his show to continue her victory speech, which he interrupted on Monday night. Kimmel gladly obliged, moving aside to give Brunson the stage, allowing her to complete her thank yous. Brunson was given the stage by the late-night host to resume her Emmy-winning speech. So does this resolve their issue? Well, she did say she might hit him in the face, but she didn't, so I don't believe it's that terrible between them, but I'm hoping he apologizes to her to put any rumors to rest. Do you believe he should try to apologize? Jimmy Kimmel apologizes to Quinta Brunson for Emmy's 2022 joke after backlash. Jimmy Kimmel apology to Quinta Brunson on the same Jimmy Kimmel Live show after his joke during her award speech at the 2022 Emmy Awards drew outrage. While on the show in a one-on-one interview, both comedians were seated. Kimmel formally apologized to Brunson for denying her the spotlight on her momentous occasion. The actor remarked that it was a silly comedy piece that he and Will thought would be humorous. I want to clarify this for anybody confused by what he did. He said he lost, drank too much, had to be pulled off stage, and then people became mad. He commented that the media said he did steal her moment, and if she felt that way, he was sorry. He apologized sincerely. I'm sorry I did that. Furthermore, you are someone I admire greatly, and I believe you are aware of it. So the last thing I want to do is anger you. I hope you are aware of this. Brunson thanked Jimmy for his apology and assured him that his actions at the time had no impact on her enthusiasm. According to her, she was honestly having a nice time. She said she had just won her first Emmy and was up on stage, delighted and caught up in the moment. Finally, Jimmy Kimmel says there was no racial undertone to Quinta Brunson's Emmy stunt. Jimmy Kimmel acknowledged that he erred in estimating how viewers at home would react to his prank at the Emmy Awards. In an interview with Howard Stern, the late-night host discussed the criticism he endured 2 weeks prior for lying on the ground after Quinta Brunson of Abbott Elementary won the prize for Best Writing in a Comedy Series. The host of Jimmy Kimmel Live insisted the act had no racist undertones. He added that there were 6 nominees, a plan I had regardless of who won. He said some people put racial issues into the issue, and everybody has their own opinion, but it was only meant to be a joke. It did take away from Brunson's moment, he said, particularly following because she had to respond to inquiries about my joke instead of just enjoying her Emmy. It is absurd to think that there was any ill intent. Kimmel stated that he is a great admirer of Abbott Elementary. Oddly, by chance, when I viewed the pilot, this is a fantastic show, I said, when I called ABC's president. They also thought it was fantastic and planned to take it up. After that, I spoke with Quinta and expressed my feelings about the series. This was months before the show's release. Now that is a good way to end an outage. Why blow a small issue into a racist fiasco? Let me know your opinion. Anyways, do well to subscribe. Also, Abbott Elementary's second season will soon begin. You should see it if you haven't. It's a good comedy series.